What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. So today I am partnering up with KBShimmer to show you their new Northern Exposure collection for winter 2022. We've got 9 brand new polishes in a variety of different finishes, but before I dive into that, let's talk a little bit about KBShimmer if you haven't heard of them before. They are an independent nail polish brand that is based in the US, but they are available internationally, and all of their polishes are 5 free, meaning they are free of 5 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish. They are also vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they're cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So like I said, we've got a lot of finishes going on today. We've got some gorgeous iridescent shimmery polishes. We've got some flash reactive polishes that just glow super brightly when you've got the flash on them. We also have a couple of magnetics, and then the thing that I'm the most excited about is new magnet tools. So we've got 2 new magnets from the brand, and they are available for purchase separately, and oh my gosh, I am so excited about these. First, I'll talk about this dual-ended magnet tool. So on one side, we've got your usual standard nail polish magnet. If you haven't used magnetic nail polishes before, this is what the little nail magnet looks like, and basically you can do a couple of different designs with this. You can either put it over your nail and get that classic stripe, which is commonly called a cat eye design, and you can also do what is sometimes called the crystal effect or the aura effect, where you kind of wave the wand around your nail and it gives this weird 3-dimension effect, which is very hard to explain, but it looks really cool. But then we also have the other side, and normally these dual-ended tools will have a little circle on the other side. I don't usually use those because what it does is it creates a sort of radial magnetic design, and when you have really short nails like mine, it kind of just makes all the magnetic pigment go away. But I am incredibly excited about this one because we have this zigzag tool. So instead of the 1 nail magnet, we actually have 2 diagonal magnets, and they create a little zigzag line of magnetism on your nail. And the 2 polishes in this collection, when you use this magnet on them, they look like the Northern Lights, and it is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So very excited about this tool, and it's actually super inexpensive, but I'll talk about pricing at the end of the video. So that is the first tool. And then we also have this magnet stand that comes with a magnet as well, and this is such a nifty tool. A lot of you guys have talked to me about how you kind of struggle with magnets, and I totally get that, especially when you're a beginner at it. It's hard to know how far away to hold the magnet when you are magnetizing nail polish, and this really just takes the guesswork out of it. So basically we've just got the magnet on the underside. It sits on your table like this, and then you can just stick each nail in while your nail polish is wet. And the cool thing about this is the magnet is movable. You can actually remove it, so you can do it diagonal, you can do it long ways like this, you can lay it flat, and there's so many different ways to experiment with this. And it's also great for if you have a little bit of a shakier hand and you struggle with hovering the magnet, and sometimes you accidentally touch the nail polish that is wet and then it ruins your manicure, because I'm sure that's happened to all of us. It's definitely happened to me. This is such a great foolproof way to do magnetized nails, and also it just creates a lot of consistency, especially when I was first getting started with magnetizing. I felt like my diagonal lines were like just a little bit off on each nail, so this really takes the guesswork out of it. Probably should have saved that for the end of the video, but that's okay. We're just gonna dive into the swatches now, and just to note, there are flash reactive polishes in this collection, so they do have that really funny, cartoonish, reflective street sign glow to them when you use flash photography or when you have flash in a video. So I am also going to be showing you those flash reactive ones on my cell phone camera, and we'll see what they look like with that. So let me show you the swatches first, then we'll talk about pricing, availability, my thoughts on the polishes, all that good stuff. So roll the swatch footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I'm using the KBShimmer Fillin' Groovy base coat. Naturally, I couldn't resist starting with a purple. This one is called Paired Up, and we've got this gorgeous, almost cool toned purple base color. And then within that base, we've got this iridescent duochromy sort of shimmer shimmer that, looking at it head on, looks almost like this reddish pinky color, but then around the edges you definitely see orange into yellow and even into green at more extreme angles. And then in addition to that, we also get these gorgeous silver hollow flecks. They almost feel like little diamond flecks in there. That's always how I describe them, and they catch the light so beautifully. I love this sort of color, and KBShimmer does it very well, where they pair this cool toned base with a warmer shimmer, and it just looks so gorgeous to me. This just feels so wintry and festive. Next up we have Yes We Cran, and this is actually what I'm wearing on my nails in the intro and outro to this video, and this one is actually described as a red shimmer, but it is a very enigmatic color, I will say, because from some angles it feels very distinctly purpley pink, which is what you're seeing with my camera angle here, and there is this gorgeous shimmer running throughout that shifts from pink to red to orange and even into gold, and again, just super gorgeous. I love the way it looks. I love how transformative it is, because like I said, at this angle it looks so pinky purple. When you're looking at it from the side angle, it looks so reddish orangey, so it's a very fun one. Video does not do it justice. Next we have the shade Northern Exposure, the namesake of the collection, and this one is a very deep purple base color, and it looks a little bit light on the first coat, but it will deepen up into this almost blackened purple, almost like an eggplant kind of color. And then within that we've got another super colorful shimmer. We've got, looking at it head on, it looks red into orange into gold, and then at certain angles you can see green and even into blue. And then we also have, as you can see, this little holographic sparkle running throughout, and this is such a cool shade. In darker lighting, which you can see around my cuticles, it looks like a gorgeous night sky with little flecks of stars, but then when the light hits it, you see that duochromy shimmer, and it is just so cool. Now let's talk about the two magnetic polishes in this collection. This first one is called Let's Hang, and it is a deep green jelly-like base that has this magnetic, vibrant green shimmer running throughout, and then we also have a rainbow of larger iridescent flakes in here. Now, magnetic polish is very fun. I've definitely been enjoying it a lot more recently, and the way that I like to do it is I like to paint on for full coverage, and then I'll do a final coat and use that coat while it's still wet to magnetize it. Now, in this case, these polishes are so opaque, so I actually only did one coat for opacity, and then I did a second thicker coat to magnetize. So first I'm going to show you the cat eye, and basically you just hover the magnetic wand over your nail for 30 to 60 seconds, and then when you reveal the design, you get this really cool aurora borealis kind of vibe, and it looks so gorgeous. It really highlights all of that iridescent flaky in there as well. Looks very cool. And if you want to keep that line nice and sharp, you also want to apply the magnet after your top coat while the polish is still wet. But let me also show you what it looks like with this very cool zigzag magnet. I was so excited to try this, especially after I saw some promo photos, because it really gives Northern Lights vibes, and it's so cool. And this polish, I really can't decide if it reminds me of like a Christmas tree with decorations on it because of all the little flakes in there that kind of remind me of ornaments, or if it looks like the Northern Lights. But here is how it looks when you magnetize it vertically. So there's really a lot of ways to play around. And then of course, just to finish it off, I had to try with the aura/crystal pigment, and basically I just hover the wand around my nails until it gives me that really cool 3D effect. I always say it looks like a tiger's eye to me because it does, but maybe you guys don't see it, but I totally do. And of course, it looks gorgeous. So very exciting, multiple ways to magnetize. Moving on, we have the second magnetic polish in the collection. This one is called How Polarizing, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous blue. This one definitely has a little bit different of a formula. It feels like more of a deeper, less jelly-like shade. We've got that blue base color, and then we have a gorgeous magnetic shimmer that looks turquoise into deeper blue, even into purple and then pink at certain angles. And oh my goodness, this color looks so stunning. glowing even without magnetizing, but I knew, especially when I saw those little holographic sparkles running throughout, that this was going to give me very strong galaxy nail vibes. And that is what I love about magnetic polishes. They always feel like they're like an instant galaxy manicure. So once I magnetize it, I was absolutely in love. It really highlights all of that holographic shimmer and it makes it look like stars in the sky. And then you get that gorgeous stripe of magnetization that kind of moves around with the light. So absolutely love that. And then of course I had to try magnetizing it with the zigzag magnet. And when I did this, I wanted to try it a little bit more diagonally this time, just out of curiosity to see how it would look. And just to give myself a little bit more credit here, where I was sitting looking at my nail, and I usually don't look at the viewfinder, I had this on in the center of my nail. But of course, when you're filming at a different angle, especially with the more three-dimensional looks, sometimes it looks a little bit off center. So this looks totally off center. Sorry about that, but it looks absolutely gorgeous regardless. So now moving on to the reflective or flash reactive polishes. This first one is called Slush Fund, and it is a really gorgeous full coverage gold, but I feel like that really doesn't do this color justice by just calling it gold, because we have this gorgeous deep gold color, and then we also have a duochrome orange to gold shimmer, and then we have the flash reactive shine as well. So you can even just see in my regular lighting, it sparkles so much. It really does give an extra little oomph to it. But of course, the cool thing about reflective polishes is when you shine a flashlight on them or use flash photography on camera, they look so cartoonishly bright. And this one just turned into this super bright yellow. Very cute, very fun, very festive. Next, we have the shade Logging Off. And I have to tell you guys, when I first was swatching this, I read it wrong and I thought it was called Legging Off, and I kept on trying to think of what the pun was and I could not figure it out. So gave it a second look when I was editing this video and I was like, oh, it's Logging Off. So this one is a really gorgeous cool toned green. It almost has this bluish teal undertone to it, and we have this gorgeous cool toned green reflective shimmer as well. This is definitely giving me Christmas tree vibes, or a little bit even of emerald vibes, and it is such a stunning color on its own. And of course, once I put my camera on it in the video, it just looked so crazy sparkly. It's got this teal reflective color to it, and I am just loving seeing brands do these colorful reflective shimmers. I just think it adds so much personality to the polish and it just makes it really fun. Next up, we have my favorite of the flash reactive polishes. This one is called Chill Out, and this is a lighter blue base that has a duochrome pink to purple shimmer running throughout. And then of course we have all of that reflective sparkliness, and there's just something about this one that feels like snow. I don't know why, because that flash reactive glitter, even in regular lighting, is so sparkly that it just reminds me of snow falling. And especially when the light hits the polish and you see a little bit of that purpley pink color, it reminds me of, like, I don't know, clouds with the sun setting. And I just think this is such a special one. Really impressive formula as well. All of them were. I didn't really talk much about formulas, but you can kind of see for yourself just how easy and workable these all are. And then of course, once I shined my phone flashlight on it, it was just neon bright blue, and it is just so cool. And last but not least, we have the shade Out of Sequins, and this one is actually a topper. So we've got your classic flash reactive silver glitter topper. So if you are new to the flash reactive glitter trend, you definitely have to start off with one like this because it is just so much fun. It's really versatile. You can wear it over any color, and it really just melts into whatever polish you're wearing. So you can see this almost looks like a gorgeous glittery black. And again, it has a heightened sparkle to it. It's a little bit more sparkly than your average silver glitter. And then once you look at it through flash photography, it reminds me of a street sign. It's so reflective and bright. It looks white on the nails, and it is very fun to play around with. Definitely fun to use for nail art, but again, you can really just add this over any color. So here are all of the polishes together. everywhere, and I absolutely love this collection. I love the color story. I love the unique combinations with the glitters and the base colors, and I just really appreciate all of these deep jewel tones that have so much saturation and richness to them. I've definitely been enjoying these paler, frosty kind of colors that we've been getting so far this season, but I love these vibrant shades, especially for the holidays. I just think they're so much fun, and of course, incredibly excited about those magnetic polishes because they pair so well with the new magnetic style. It just feels perfect for this time of year. So those are the polishes, and I am absolutely in love. I just think that KBShimmer makes such gorgeous colors, and the way that they pair their base color, their shimmer, sometimes adding in those little diamond looking flecks or adding in those bigger flakes that look so interesting. I just think they have such a good handle on creating unique colors, but not so outlandish that it feels maybe a little nerve-wracking to wear them if you're used to more conservative colors. I think they just feel like they make so much sense, but they're so original, and I really appreciate that. But not only do they make good colors, I just think their formula in general is absolutely incredible. I almost never have to do any cleanup just because the brush is so easy to use, but the polish itself is very self-leveling. It evens out very easily on the nails. There's so much opacity that a lot of times I can get away with doing one coat, so I just think that's really impressive as well. Those magnetic polishes are so cool. I think even just doing the regular cat eye design with them looks so magical and like the Northern Lights, but having this zigzag tool, especially since I've been talking to you guys recently about how I am getting so into magnetic polishes, I feel like this just opens up my world so much more. I only did it a couple of different ways in the video, but I'm definitely going to play around with doing like horizontal version, vertical version, diagonal version, like off to one side. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it a lot because that's just really fun. I didn't realize that there were other ways you could magnetize. So definitely a lot of fun with that. Now, all of these polishes are available on the KBShimmer website. They come in 15 milliliter bottles. Like I said, they have this really nice wide flat brush. It's got a rounded tip, so it makes application really easy and beginner friendly. And these polishes are retailing for $12 USD. We also have the two magnets. The dual-ended magnet retails for $3.50 USD. And then we have the magnet stand that comes with a removable magnet, and that retails for $4 USD. So I'm gonna link everything down in the description. You can check that out if you're interested. As of right now, they are doing a Black Friday sale, so if you use the code BLACKFRIDAY15, you can get 15% off your entire order, and that does include all of these new polishes. And that is running from now through Monday, November 28th, so I'm gonna put that information down in the description as well. I also highly recommend their base and top coats. They have never disappointed me before, and they're so affordable. I am in love with their Clearly on Top quick dry top coat. That is probably my go-to top coat at the moment. It is just so good. So I'll link those down in the description as well. Also, my cleanup brush that I use every single time for the last like 2 years is the KBShimmer cleanup brush. So I'll just link that down below as well. I just figured if you guys are doing a sale, you may as well just stock up on everything you need, right? So yeah, that is it for my swatch and review, but I'm curious to hear what you think of these polishes. Which color is your favorite? How do you feel about this new magnet style, and are you interested in trying it? Definitely let me know in the comments. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a vlog channel, and if you want to see me every single day in December, I am doing Vlogmas, so you're going to see a little bit behind the scenes, opening advent calendars, all that good stuff. So check out the vlog channel for that. And of course, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, my royal astronomer Amanda M, as well as my cosmic admirals Rocket Man's daughter, Paola, Ken, and Rosie. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Deanna, and Deanna wants to know, do you still get designs cut into your undercut? Oh my gosh, I have not done a design in my undercut. For the record, in case anybody doesn't know, I actually do have an undercut. I don't really wear my hair up very often unless I'm like working out or going swimming, but I just have a very thick amount of hair and it's just easier for me to manage. I think I did that in 2016 maybe, where I got an undercut. I went to a salon for it because I don't think I could have done it myself originally. And they also did like a little crazy design in there. And since then, I have not done a design in my undercut. One, because I just never wear my hair up, and two, because I actually do my undercut maintenance myself. Before I hop in the shower to wash my hair, I will just sit in front of a mirror with it behind me, and then I'll hold a handheld mirror and I'll just do it with like a little electric shaver. So I don't think I would have the capacity to do a design in my undercut, but I probably wouldn't have anybody else do it either because I just never wear my hair up. I almost never do. I'm sure you guys have not seen it up very many times. That is it. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.